Hi, David Waldas here, spiritual teacher and creator of Choose Your Frequency, Choose Your Life, which is a program where I help people get in touch with their authenticity and live into that authenticity and to create the life that they're here to live around who they truly are. Authenticity is really the key to all the work that I do. And so the clarity sessions that I'm here to talk to you about today are all about authenticity. And here's why I think that's so important. Is, that we all have areas in our life where we don't really like that about ourselves. There's parts of ourselves that we wish we could change. And I would guarantee, and I say that because it's been so true for the thousands of clients I've worked with over the years, that those parts of you are the parts of you that you became to please others. And we all do this, right? This is how we form who we are. We're growing up, we want to please our parents. We want to please the people that we look up to. So we look and we see, who do they want us to be? And we start to be that so that we can please them, so that we can be accepted, so that we can be loved. And at a certain point in our life, we start to realize, that doesn't match me. I don't like that about myself. I don't want to keep living into that. And we start to make changes. And so the work that I'm offering here, the work that I do is about finding that authenticity, because behind that authenticity is where our joy is. It's the opportunity to really live into our second childhood as we start to let go of that outer constraints of letting other people's judgments or who they want us to be dictate who we are and how we behave. And so we all work through this process to a certain level. And so what I'm talking about is really the big breakthroughs, the places where we get to be released. We see these people that are 80 years old, and at that point they don't care at all what other people think. They're going to say what they're going to say, they're going to think what they're going to think, they're going to be who they are. And so I didn't want to wait till I was 80 years old to feel that way. And I can imagine you probably don't either. So it's about claiming our authenticity. It's about claiming our life. It's about choosing our life and choosing what we live into. So many of us live into a life where our relationship with strangers is more important to us than our relationship with ourselves. And if I ask you that, you might go, well, that's not true. But then when we look at our behavior and we see, that's not how I would choose to act if I didn't care how that person thought. That's not what I would choose to say if I wasn't trying to influence that person. So there's an interesting thing that happens for us is that we start to put what's important to us on the back burner, and we start to put who other people want us to be on the front burner, and that starts to drive our life. And that has driven our life for a long time. So if you're ready to be more authentic, if you're ready to let go of that and really focus on your relationship with yourself over your relationship with strangers that you're not even going to probably see again, then this work is probably for you. You see, so many people go through their life just being happy enough. That they're living from one distraction to the next. They're living outside of themselves a lot. And sure, there's that self-discovery that happens in that process. But it's not their main intention. Their main intention is to just keep enough happiness that everything's okay. And they're a little bit afraid of themselves. And so, maybe for you that's not enough, living distractions. Maybe for you, you really crave living deeper, more authentically into yourself, being more in touch with yourself, supporting yourself in a way that you know that you're here to just authentically be. And so that's really the work that I do. Is I help people to live deeper. I help people to see who they truly are. And I help support them to step into that, to embrace their authenticity. Because when we do that, what's behind that is that joy and is that gratitude and is the real reason that we're here. The greatest gift we have to bring to this planet is who we authentically are. And so I feel that it is each of our responsibilities to live into that. And that's why this work is so passionate to me and why I love helping people get in touch with their authenticity. So you may be telling yourself, I already have a spiritual teacher, I already have a healer, I already have a psychic I go to, I already have a life coach, a counselor, whatever that is. And that's great. I just wanted to share a little bit with you about how my work tends to be different. So many programs out there and so many teachers out there are about chipping away at the self-discovery, making these little incremental steps and discovering who we are and playing in it. And it's beautiful work. And it is part of the work I do, and it has great value. I don't discount it in any way. And so here's the thing, as we chip away at the outside and play in these beautiful energies, is that at the end of the day, we have to ask ourselves, what's really changing in our life? And I see so many people that are doing this work and doing it with such heart and doing it with such commitment. And at the same time, they're not creating what they want in their life. That the things that they're hoping are changing aren't changing. And so that's where this work gets deeper. That's where the change really happens for you, is that we don't work chipping away at the outside. We really get right deep into the core of what it is that's holding you back, the core of what's between you and your authenticity. And when we make those shifts, pretty miraculous changes happen. You see, my clients, I've been blessed to have these wonderful clients over the years that keep coming back to me. And when they come back to me, they're not coming back with that same problem. And I don't sit down with them and go, okay, so last time we were working on this. They come in and they're like all excited about, this is what's going on in my life. And I'm like, well, that's great. Last time we were working on this. They're like, oh, that's old news. They're not coming back to continue to work on the same stuff. It's a very rare thing when a client comes back to me and goes, yeah, so we were working on this last time and it's getting a little bit better. And, I'm seeing some shifts. That's not what my work's about. My work is about making these big shifts, making these big changes, so that when you come back to me the next time, that you've almost forgotten what that huge obstacle was that was in your way, that was keeping you from moving forward to the next level. So as a spiritual teacher, when I first started doing this work, I fell into that same trap that so many other teachers and healers and similar professions fall into, is that I was helping people do what I call bailing the boat, where the stuff that was showing up in their life and the symptoms, you might say, that I was helping them work through them. I was helping them develop great tools for finding ways to cope with them, finding ways to navigate through them. And at a certain point I realized that we needed to do some deeper work. We needed to do some more lasting work. So we weren't just having these amazing tools to deal with what was showing up, but we were actually changing what was showing up. We were doing that core work. We were actually patching the leaks in the boat, patching the cracks in the boat, and setting ourselves up to be able to go sail the boats, to really live a authentic and wonderful life that we're here to live, and to be able to use our energy to create new things, not to deal with what we've been creating over and over again. So I'd like to invite you to go ahead and join me for a session. The way that it works is you simply click on the link below. It takes you to my online scheduler. I do 1-hour sessions, and they're $200 each. So if you're feeling like this is really resonating with you, if you're feeling like, this is really what I've been looking for, I realize I have been patching the boat. I have been working through what's been showing up in my life rather than creating something new in my life, rather than putting my imprint on the world. I've been dealing with what I've just been creating on these autopilot type things. So if this is resonating with you, if this is what you feel like you've been waiting for maybe, then I really do encourage you to go ahead and click through and join me for a session, because I know from experience that you'll see some pretty massive changes in your life. So I've included some testimonials here at the end from a few clients that I think can kind of help bring some clarity as well. And I really do look forward to working with you. I hope you choose to click through and join me for a session. So until then, blessings to you, and I will see you shortly. Thanks so much.
Hi, my name is Tiffany Baldwin. I have been working with David for about a year and a half or 2 years now, and working with David has significantly helped me through some difficult processes during those couple of years. I've done one-on-one sessions with him. I have participated in the group workshops that he leads and utilized his online guided meditations and webinars, again, with really positive outcomes as a result. One of the significant ways that David has helped me is helping me to uncover some core beliefs that have affected my thought patterns, my decision making, and ultimately my circumstances. and seeing where those beliefs serve me and where other beliefs may not serve me or may be causing energetic blocks that I didn't even know were there. And discovering those beliefs, uncovering some of those blocks, and working to clear them and let go of the things that don't serve me has opened up a lot of possibilities for me and has increased my energetic field and has just been really great. And it's been really cool and really exciting. It hasn't always been easy, but it always has had a really positive outcome. I think it's just like anything else in life. You have to do the work, and sometimes you have to do really hard work in order to have really positive outcomes. And David provides the tools and the guidance that I think have made it easier for me to do that work. It's sort of like he gives you a template that you can fill in and develop in ways that work for you and make sense for you. So I highly encourage you to work with David, to utilize his tools and his strategies and his guidance. As I said, they have really helped me. They've positively and significantly impacted my life, how I live it, how I feel about it, how I interact with people, and I know that he can do the same for others. So again, I highly recommend David and his tools, and encourage you to utilize his gift that he wants to share with you. I think that you'll find it will make a significant difference in your life as well.